Hello my darlings, welcome to a new vlog. It is Friday afternoon, the bells have just chimed 5 p.m. I have just finished working for the day. Today has been a day where I've just not got anywhere near as much done in the time that I wanted to get done because there's just been so many distractions today, which I won't go into because probably rather boring. Yes, I'm missing a button. I don't know how I did that. Very annoying, but I think I've got a spare one hidden somewhere. It's been really glorious today actually, weather-wise. The blue skies are saying spring, but the temperatures are very much saying winter, hence the knitwear. Dickens is going a little bit bonkers because there's been another dog in his garden today and he has been howling and barking all day long. My poor little chicken is very stressed. Now I'm really peckish, but I know that Charlie... Have you ever heard a dog make noises like that before? Bunny? He's not even stressed. He's like just charging around the garden, wagging his tail, howling. He's quite a spectacular creature. Yes, I'm peckish, but Charlie has been with Jake today and they shot brunch together at Quince and Clover, lunch together at the Bull in Charbury, and then I think they've just been shooting some content at the Bell. The reason we're doing all of this Cotswold content is... I guess it's not really a secret. I'll just tell you, we are relaunching the Strawtop Cottages website very soon as cottage number 2 is ready, which will be very soon, hopefully. So we just want to build it up for the website to really be like a go-to with loads of information on different places to go in the Cotswolds, and then we're also sharing them on our home Instagram account as well. So basically, Charlie is essentially going to have eaten 3 really big meals today. So I need to make myself something because he's not going to want a very big dinner. Sorry, I'm just thinking about my tummy because I'm hungry. So let's sort that out. And then hopefully when he gets back, I'll go for a nice walk because the doggies have been cooped up most of the day and they're definitely going to need to stretch their legs. Turns out today is not a day that I can practice self-control. This is the danger of having Chicago town pizzas in your freezer, because if I even start thinking about them, I have to have it, which I know goes against everything that I normally say and do, but it's Friday. No one's gonna know. Yummy! We have just had a compost delivery, which I'm actually going to not fully spread, but get out onto the beds pretty sharpish, because this is not just any compost. This is a delivery from a company called the Atlantic Garden, and it's basically a kind of sea kelp or seaweed compost. A lot of fertilizers or feeds are seaweed based, and it's just really nutritious for the soil. This is a bit superficial, but I also love how dark and crumbly it is. It's going to be a really nice topsoil on top of Dexy, no! On top of my beds. This bed in particular is probably where I'm going to end up doing my squash, and squash is a very hungry veg to grow, so the more nutritious the soil, the better. And the reason I'm getting it out now is because they're super conscious of sustainability, no plastic bags here, so these bags would actually just start to decompose if I didn't get it out. So we timed it pretty well, so I'm just going to lay out this beautiful, dark, rich, seaweed-based compost onto the beds. well. It has just started to rain, which is a good time to stop. I've got 3 boxes left to do, but I'll save that till tomorrow. Just need to sweep the edges, keep them nice and neat. But any gardeners watching will know just how satisfying it is to put a new layer of compost on your beds. It neatens them up. It will be when I've brushed it through anyway. And just really gives your soil a nice feed. So ready for lots of planting. Also this deep rich colour, us gardeners call it black gold because it really is just so full of goodness. So I'm going to do a little sweep around and then head back inside because I think the sky's looking rather ominous. I think we're about to have a downpour. Well, this is a 2024 first. We have got ducks living in our duck house. I actually have never seen a duck fly quite that high before. My goodness. Dickens is going to try and protect us from them. He will be unsuccessful. Good morning, my darlings. It is Saturday morning now. It's bright and early, a touch on the chilly side, but this morning is going to be a lot of fun. I found out yesterday that I'd made it from the waiting list onto the guest list. There must have been a last minute cancellation at Chloe's Soho Farmhouse Wellness Morning, which is ideal. My alarm didn't go off at the right time when I tried to book it, so I was really gutted that I didn't think I was going to be able to make it, but then yeah, heaven aligned and I was able to sneak in at the last minute, which is perfect because actually Charlie's away this weekend on a walking trip with Phil and their son Jack, so I've got the weekend to myself. But yeah, we are doing Pilates for an hour in the gorgeous greenhouse. What do they call it? It's not called the greenhouse, something wonderful. And then some sound healing and meditation. And then we're all having brunch together. I don't know anyone else that's coming along, but I know Chloe will be here, and always anyone that does her classes is always just fabulous. So can't wait to get started. We're here in the middle of the kitchen garden. This is my favourite place at Farmhouse. It's always completely deserted as well, which is great because it means I can film and not get any members in the background. So we'll have a look around the kitchen garden afterwards. Can't believe what a gorgeous day it is. It's still very chilly, but for now let's go and move our bodies with an hour of Pilates with Chloe. Yay! So we've done our Pilates and now we are in the Barwell barn and we've got this lovely long table for brunch. This is just the perfect morning. This is our breakfast selection. We've got some pastries, smoked salmon, avocado, banana bread. I'm gonna start with some shakshuka. There's yogurts, there's granolas. Sensational. Oh my goodness, I need to sit here with the car door open because it is so toasty. That was the most gorgeous morning. It's just after 1 o'clock now. I was the last one to leave, as always, because I was just so enjoying chatting to everyone, including Chloe and her dad, who is also a big lover of gardening. So he was giving me lots of carrot related tips on how to avoid carrot root fly. But that was so much fun. And also, I couldn't help but think such good value as well. So the ticket price for today was £30, and that was for the Pilates class, brunch, pretty much as many juices as you can possibly consume, teas, coffees, the whole morning for £30. It was incredible. It was not just Pilates, it was sound healing, meditation, and I turned up by myself. I think a couple of people came as couples or in little girl groups, but a lot of people did come by themselves, and you know, everyone just gets stuck in and makes friends, and I've got a few people's phone numbers and a few people on Instagram that I'm definitely going to keep in touch with. I would so recommend doing things like this if you move to a new area, because you just meet so many nice like-minded people. Something about Chloe as well, she always just draws people together in the best way possible. So great start to the day. As I was leaving, I went to go and grab a menu for the place that we're going to eat at tonight, which is in the middle of the main barn courtyard, called 𝑭𝒂𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏. Just need to check that there's something on here that my brother will like. There are chicken kebabs, so he will be very, very happy. And the main barn courtyard area was so busy. It was absolutely rammed. Everyone was having a very lively Saturday in the sunshine. But I'm gonna head home now and do some gardening. I even managed to get a little takeaway. We had breakfast and then there were loads of pastries and banana breads and things left over, and they were like, please, here are some boxes, take stuff away with you. So I've got juices and I've got cakes and pastries and a matcha. Oops, my battery just ran out. Luckily I bought a spare. Yeah, just the most fantastic morning. I can't wait to get home now and do some gardening because it's such a gorgeous day. So I will see you when I get home. Actually, little fun fact, in here I have got a fertility test. I didn't know whether I was going to share this online, but I feel like I just don't really have any secrets online. I ordered this ages ago from a company called 𝘞𝘩𝘢, and Charlie and I were saying, why do people wait until, you know, you're in the middle of trying before you test your fertility? I was thinking, let's just try it now. I had to prick my finger and get a little blood sample this morning, and now I need to put this in the post. So I'm going to get this all set up, put it in the little post bag that it comes with, and they can check various markers from a little vial of blood. Not that you need to see it, but there it is. So I think I just put everything, complete and attach your label, put it in the box. And if I drive past a post box, which hopefully I will, then I can send this off to them and they'll tell me a few different biomarkers about my fertility, apparently. So there we go. Oversharing on the internet since 2012. Okay, my darlings, just got back home again and popped on another layer because it's actually surprisingly chilly outside. I feel like I just exploded in the car. I was feeling really almost hyper, having had such a fun morning and being with so many lovely people. I don't know, I feel like I'm on a high sometimes after having such a fun time. Let me know if you can relate. So before I head out into the garden, I want to have a little chat with you regarding BetterHelp, who we are really happy to be working with again on today's video. BetterHelp is an online service that can help connect you to a credentialed therapist. Now, Charlie and I have shared before how we spoke with a therapist before we got married. I think that just as you work on your body, it's really great if you can work on your mind as well. And speaking with a professional can help you in so many different situations. There doesn't need to be something wrong necessarily. It can be that you want to improve on your confidence, your communication skills, the way that you deal with certain situations. It could be that maybe you have a little bit of social anxiety, or you're dealing with grief, or you want to know how to be a better communicator. That was definitely something that I wanted to work on. And it can really help to talk to someone in these situations and help to improve certain skills that you might have or you might want to improve on. So how BetterHelp works is you fill out a questionnaire online, and it takes just a few moments, and then you'll get connected with a credentialed therapist. There are hundreds of different therapists that you have access to on BetterHelp, and you can communicate with them in a way that works for you. So it might be that you prefer to do an email or an online message, or you can do a video call or a telephone call, however you feel most confident with communicating with this person. You also are actually able to very easily switch people if, for example, you're just not feeling the vibe with the first person you get connected to. It's really, really simple to switch it over. It just makes, it's kind of like a really great entry into therapy if it's something that maybe you've debated or thought that you might benefit from. BetterHelp is a really accessible way of trying out therapy, and I'm sure that it's something that once you've tried it, it's one of those things where you might find yourself thinking, why did I not do this earlier? It's definitely something that Charlie and I found really, really useful, and the more people that I talk to, the more different things I think, oh, that could be a really beneficial thing to talk through with someone. So even just for example this morning we were talking about different careers, for example even farming. Now you might think farming, that you're out in the fields, what a wholesome job that might be. Well, actually we were saying this morning it's actually a very, very lonely job, and it can be very hard from a social perspective if your job is something that you do in isolation. So that could be something that you could speak through with a therapist. Or even there are some people today that at the beginning of the day they were quite quiet, and then because the group of people was just such good energy, eventually everyone was chatting, and some of the girls at the end were saying that they'd never really felt such confidence speaking with such a large group of people before. And I think that if you do struggle in certain social situations, that is something that speaking with a professional can really, really help you with, because when Charlie and I went through therapy pre-marriage, there are just little kind of tips and tricks that these professionals can provide you with, or maybe it's something that you can pick out from your past, and it just helps you to understand why you feel a certain way. These people are professionals, and they have got the tools to help you cope with certain situations and help you to understand the way that your mind works, and it can be incredibly useful to have that information in your toolkit, as it were. So I'm fully a convert of speaking to professionals in a therapy situation, and BetterHelp is a fantastic way to do that. I'm going to leave a link on the screen here and in the description box down below that will help get you started with a discount, so definitely have a little look. You can try it out. If it's not for you, then it's really, really easy to cancel, but I definitely recommend giving it a go. So yeah, we'll leave it in the description box down below, and if you've got any questions about it, then I'd be more than happy to answer them. I'm now going to go outside and do my favourite kind of meditative therapy, which is gardening. We've had a delivery this morning from a plant company. There's loads of plants that I need to unbox and get outside, do a little bit more compost spreading. So a very, very wholesome morning. It is still a bit chilly, hence the thermal jumper. I'm going to pop a gilet on. So without further ado, let's head outside and do some gardening. Okay, the greenhouse is watered, everything was quite thirsty. Hopefully these lovely little, I think it's a type of rhododendron, should start to flower soon. So, a few jobs for today. We have got a few cosmos that are ready to be potted on. Loads did not germinate, but these are quite old seeds, so I wonder if that's why. I guess nothing lost other than my time and a bit of compost. These tomatoes are really going wild. I really need to pot them on, but I'm kind of running out of pots. So I'm probably going to ditch some of the old ranunculus because that's looking a bit over now. And yeah, really just need to get some more pots, basically. I think, oh my goodness, even more tomatoes. Right, pot ordering is top priority. I've got a few things that need to go out, like some more of my chard. I need to research what I can do with asparagus pea. Do you plant them out like normal peas? I don't know, I've never done them before. And then I've got my chickpea here as well. These are growing really well, but I just have no idea what the next step is because I've never grown them before. Out here, Dickens is exploring my little bowl of bulbs, which need to get planted out for next year. A lot of you guys said last time I shouldn't have cut the greenery off, which does make sense. So this time I'm just going to plant them as they are and not give them a little greenery haircut. Then here, oh, Dickens doing a weave. Fantastic. Water the grass there, darling. Thank you very much. I've got a tray of rainbow chard and salad leaves that need to go out, some Asian greens, some sweet peas that can get planted out, the ones that I did in the loo roll tubes in my 𝑗𝒰𝘄𝑚 heart-shaped box, which is really cute. Broad beans ready to go out, freshly fertilised by Dickens. And those peas are looking a bit sad, but we'll give them a chance at living by planting them out as well. But first of all, I think I'm already going to take a break and just go and get some banana bread because I am feeling rather peckish. Lots of the tulips outside are going a bit over, so I might trim those back later. The 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 is just looking amazing. Last week I fertilised my lupin that was looking a bit yellow. Look at what a gorgeous day it is. Doesn't seem to be very happy. Happy lupin, sad lupin. If anyone might have an idea, I might try using Picture This and seeing if it can, what's the word? Well, tell me what's wrong with it. I just showed you a close-up of those tulips over there. They really are sensational. And I love how wild our doorway is looking at the moment with this 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 growing. The hellebore is getting a bit leggy, but it looks lovely. Watering can there. Just a really cute little doorway. And let me show you this. I'm so sorry to pester you. May I go by? We have got so many buds on the wisteria. I think it's going to be an amazing year for the wisteria. It's going to look gorgeous. They are just coming through. Some types of wisteria, they go into flower first, and some go into leaf first. I think ours is a flowering first one. But yeah, it's looking good. Still a bit chilly, but if you get a moment in the sun without too much of a breeze, it is rather gorgeous. Anyway, yeah, I picked up a few bits of banana bread and pastries from this morning's event. Woohoo! And I have managed to stock up my cake jar, so I'm going to treat myself to a slice. Yummy! Is to plant out my leggy broad beans that have been in the greenhouse, and I've got some sticks from round by the pond, so I'm going to make a little bit more of a structure here, and then I'm actually going to use some string to attach the beans onto the sticks because it's just been so windy lately. So we'll create a little bit of a structure here. Hopefully they'll be strong enough. I have to take my jacket off. Gorgeously warm. Okay. Okay, my broad beans are in and watered. Now I'm actually going to cut down the horseradish because we didn't do anything with the horseradish root last year, so it seems like a little bit of a waste of space. I'm going to see if there's anything I can do with the flour, waste not want not. Otherwise it's just going to go in the compost and give me a little bit more space, probably to do my squash. I think this area will be for the pumpkins. But yeah, I'm going to start by cutting down the leaves, and then I'm going to have to dig out the horseradish root. your assistance there, Dickie. Definitely couldn't have done it without you. So as you can see, the area is now clear. I've left a few leaves just on the ground because I just can't be bothered to pick them all up. I'm sure that some will probably grow back because, as you may have seen, I had to really just hack away at the roots. So it's quite a dominant plant. So I can just pull it up again as and when it grows. I didn't really have any intention of harvesting any horseradish. However, at hacking at the roots, I've actually got quite a lot of the good stuff here. So if you've never seen it growing before, which to be honest I hadn't, it's kind of like big gnarly carrots. And if you could smell this, it literally smells like the best quality horseradish sauce you've ever smelled in your life. Fantastic with roast beef, and I actually think I've probably got enough here to make a jar of homemade horseradish. So I'll research how to do it, make sure that it's the right kind of time. I have no idea if it's ripe or not. I think this has been overwintered, but look at that. Pure horseradish. I imagine you have to mix it with cream or something. Dickie, don't wee in my beds. No, come on, let's get down. That's not organic, is it? We're trying to do an organic garden here, my bun bun ween. Yep, I'm going to give this a real good scrub. No, my tinkly winkly. And there we go, my first batch of homemade horseradish. And probably my last batch, because to be honest, growing horseradish to make horseradish sauce just doesn't really excite me, and I feel like my beds are better spent growing something that we like to eat more regularly. This is Project Tidy Up the Pond. My brother has just been helping out, clearing the weeds from the middle section. Oh my gosh. Bravo! Now he's got to find his way back over the rotten bridge. As you can see, our pond is rather green, resembling pea and mint soup, but we're going to do a little bit of a DIY approach to try to get it cleaned up. Oh my goodness.
Shush! You did not see that.
Good job he's got waders. Catapult. Okay, my darlings, it's half an hour later. I've just very quickly got changed. We're heading back to Soho Farmhouse and we're going to try out the new Peruvian restaurant. I always find it really hard to look smart when I'm, you know, unwashed post-gardening hair, but I've just put it up in the same plait hairstyle. Yeah, there's nothing else I can really do with it because it needs a wash, basically. But I have popped on what, I mean, I don't really know what to describe this outfit. It's a little bit equestrian with these trousers and my Saint Laurent boots. These, I think I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of these. They're brand new, I think, from Holland Cooper. They literally arrived with me a couple of days ago. Little HC toggle here. They've got an elasticated section at the back, which is great when you want to eat lots of food. And then I've put on my, also from Holland Cooper, this is, ooh, very dark. Come on. Come on. There we go. The 3/4 zip top and then jacket from 𝑭𝒂𝒕. So this is the outfit of the evening. I don't know how I feel about it. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit, well, it feels quite suitable for Soho Farmhouse. So without further ado, let's go. Good morning, my darlings. It's now Sunday morning. It's another really lovely day. I managed last night, last minute, to get on Samantha's Reformer Pilates class this morning. So I need to head there in half an hour. I thought I would update you on last night. So we went to, it's called Baron Jack. I don't know what I called it when I was reading out the menu, but the font wasn't the most legible, so I definitely didn't get that right. But if you are familiar with Soho Farmhouse, it's basically where Little Bell used to be. The kind of shed-like building in the middle of the courtyard opposite the main barn. And 𝒂 and 𝑗ack itself is, I hope I'm getting it right by saying it's Persian restaurant in Soho. I think the Soho one has got a Michelin star, and so it was very elevated kebabs. Now when I think of kebabs, I think of the horrible like fake meat, well real meat, but like meat that they have in fish and chip shops on the like rotating thing. It was not like that. It was incredibly high quality, juicy, most amazingly flavored chicken and lamb, and there were rice dishes with like saffron and crispy onions, some baked aubergines, these little fried potatoes that were a little bit like patatas bravas, which was so good. Skincare wise, by the way, I'm using my Organic Pharmacy Antioxidant Duo. I put this on first. I've already done my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 essence, which I've actually swapped my 𝘞𝘩𝘢𝘍𝑗 serum for my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 essence, purely because I've run out of my 𝘞𝘩𝘢𝑗 serum and I'm really enjoying using an essence. And then I'm using my vitamin C, then half an hour I go and kiss the dogs and make my coffee, and then I'm using this little duo. And I'm going to try to get into the routine of using my little rose quartz gua sha tool every morning. I need to give it a clean first. I have been watching a few tutorials online on how to do it properly, and I really want to get into the habit of doing it every day. I actually did it a little bit in bed last night, and it just feels really nice. It's a lovely massage. You can take it all down your neck. In fact, they recommend starting with your neck, but the few videos that I've been watching been recommending that you kind of activate your lymph nodes first. So behind the ears, on the nose, I would take a little bit longer doing this normally, this kind of area, and under your arms as well, in your kind of armpit area. There's also one on the neck. And this really helps with lymphatic drainage in the face and circulation, and of all the things that all the devices that I do, I think lymphatic drainage is really important. And all these things that people have been doing for thousands of years, I always think there must be something in it. So I'm going to start with the jaw, and then I'm going to take it up over my ear and down my neck. This is perfect for using with a gua sha tool because you're getting all the benefits of the antioxidants. It's got obviously organic ingredients, hence the name. Rosehip, carrot, citrus oils. It's the carrot that gives it the kind of warm orangey colour, but obviously it doesn't leave your face orange. Maybe just a tiny little glow while you're doing it. Do each section about 10 times, not pressing too hard, and more of a pressing against the skin rather than like jabbing the skin. This is a habit that I really want to stick with. So the podcast I was listening to yesterday from Zoe with James Clear, who wrote Atomic Habits, he was saying if you're trying to build a habit, don't miss twice. So don't beat yourself up if you miss one day, but try not to miss 2 days in a row. So I'm going to do that with movement and using my gua sha and dry body brushing. That's what I want to get into the habit of doing. So jaw, and then using this round side under the cheekbone. Maybe I'll do a YouTube short with the full routine, because what I like to do is watch a YouTube video while I'm doing this, because then I find that I do it for longer. I spend maybe 5 minutes doing this. Let me know if using a gua sha or facial massage is something that you've done before. What's quite fun, first few times you do it, is to do one side of your face first and then like reveal, because it's like one side is so lifted. Anyway, I do actually need to leave in half an hour, but I'll leave you on a little time lapse while I do it. But I'm watching Molly Campsey's latest vlog, so please allow me to do that. I'm actually going to pop one more pump on for a tiny bit more slip. Okay, now please enjoy this time lapse as I do my gua sha massage. So I've just put a few branches in our little entrance hall table urn. It's very much not complete. I'm probably going to maybe grab some cow parsley on our walk later, but it had been empty for a week or so, so I thought I would just bring some greenery into this part of the house using my new secateurs, which Charlie very kindly bought for me. They're a very fabulous pair. I think they're 𝘞𝘥𝘥𝘪𝘯𝑨. I think that's what the 𝘞𝘥𝘥𝘥 logo is, but I might be wrong. So I think it's a beech branch, and I just grabbed them from the side of the road on our way home. It looks lovely, but definitely needs some flower in there as well. So maybe we'll get some cow parsley later. Look at this. Dexy has just been watching me from his little corner here because he knows he's not allowed through the door. You're such a good boy. Mummy is so proud of you for waiting. Oh. We meet again in this spot in the, I was about to say garden, definitely the bathroom. That was the toughest Pilates I think I have ever done. If you ever come to the Cotswolds and do one of Samantha's classes, just beware. They are so tough. Even the warm-up, everyone in the class was like looking at each other like, this is the warm-up. It was so hard. And I hope I've not injured my glute again because I can definitely feel it. So yeah, I just need to keep an eye on that over the next couple of days. But as you saw, I made myself a nice smoothie. It was kind of inspired by something that 𝑬𝒔𝒊𝒏𝒅 shared on her Instagram stories. She has been on the most amazing trip to LA, and she went and got one of the Airwrap smoothies, and I basically tried to recreate that because she posted the ingredients. I didn't have, what was it? I didn't put in maple syrup. I put in some dates instead, and it was so good. It was like a healthy, proteiny chocolate milkshake, so that was amazing. So I'm out of breath because I just ran up the stairs because I just want to put the towels in the wash. I'm going to have one of those days where I just get loads of stuff done. Before I got in the shower, following on from my theme of doing a little bit more lymphatic drainage, this is something that we were talking about a lot in Paris, the benefits of lymphatic drainage. So another habit that I really want to get into doing daily, and I have been doing daily for the last week, is dry body brushing. It's actually just really nice to spend, I literally do 2 minutes, and maybe next time I do it I'll show you. Just doing a bit of dry body brushing all over my body, and before I get in the shower. It's got so many benefits. It feels great, it's mega exfoliating, it helps your skin glow, and lymphatic drainage, which is fantastic. And then that body brush was sent in a PR package with this firming body oil from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. So I have put this all over my body post shower, and it's not left an oiliness on the skin, it's really sunk in. And I guess doing the dry body brushing helps products like this to sink in. So that's just a really, really nice addition to the routine. Anyway, I'm gonna go upstairs and get myself hair dried, robed. It feels so leisurely to only be at this stage at midday on a Sunday, but Charlie's away, and I have no ticking timelines today, which is lovely. And yeah, then we'll get out in the garden. What a surprise. Okay, hello again, darlings. I've brushed my hair, haven't dried it yet, and I like to let my SPF sink in for about 10-15 minutes before I put on my makeup. So while my SPF sinks in, I have something equal parts exciting and frustrating to unbox with you. Exciting, you're about to see why. Frustrating, because it's sold out. So I'm really sorry, but hopefully it'll come back, fingers crossed, because I know that a lot of you are going to want to add this already to your Christmas wish lists and just general life wish lists. It is. This box may look familiar. What have I got on it? That's my body oil. Doesn't matter. This is a Dyson Airwrap in pink. It's a pink Dyson Airwrap, and I thought we could unbox it together. So let me tilt you down. Okay, so this is the box, the lid. Oh my goodness me. This is how an Airwrap comes. You get the various bits and bobs inside. So we have got the brush attachment. Look at the colour. So the actual body of the Airwrap and the attachments is this heavenly light pink. Oh my goodness. And the accent colour is like a dusky pink, so you've got that on the brush. This attachment is really fantastic if I just want smooth hair and maybe a little bit of movement, because you know I don't like flat hair. I like there to always be a bit of movement. This is, I would say, fairly similar. A little bit more of a wiggle. So again, you can just kind of create a little bit of a soft curl there. Then we have got this, which is one of their newer attachments. It's got a rose gold accent, and this is great for little flyaways. I don't use this one very often, but it is very, very effective. This here is my favourite attachment. It is the bristle brush. I use this nearly every day. This has got a rose gold top to it. It's just fantastic for getting that blow dry look. I'll show you how I use that in a second. And then in here, the version of the Airwrap that I've got here is specifically for long hair. So these barrels are longer than the typical ones that you can sometimes get. And because they're the newer kind, you don't have to swap barrel like you used to have to take one out and put another one in, but now you just toggle up at the top. So if you want to blow dry your hair one way, because obviously you want the curls going away from your face, you toggle it that way, and then you just literally flick it. So clever. Dyson engineering have really nailed it here. Funnily, this is not quite the same colour. Interesting, but I don't mind, it's still gorge. And in here I think we have got the chunkier one. I believe that's what will be in here, let's see. Yeah, so this one's great again for a blow dry look, just with really big bouncy voluminous curls, and again it's longer, so fantastic for long hair. And now the body of the Airwrap itself. Oh my goodness me. This is the most beautiful hair device I have ever seen. Look at this colour. Oh my gosh. Rose gold, baby pink. This is sensationally beautiful. Have you ever seen such a gorgeous device? So this is how I will be using it most of the time, with the bristle attachment. Oh my gosh. It's just so beautiful. Honestly, I didn't think they could get them. I didn't think I could love an Airwrap any more than I already do, but here we go in the pink. And I've just realized that was not right about this. This is not the flyaway attachment. This is what the actual hairdryer looks like now. It used to be, where's my old one? It used to be this, which you might be familiar with, and now it's this. I've not tried this before, so let's give it a go to do the initial drying of my hair, because my hair at the moment is too wet to do any styling. So I've brushed through my hair and I've used my 𝑭𝒆𝒄 spray and living proof oil, and now I'm just going to mist my hair with this, and hopefully this will help to add a little bit of hold to my styling. I'm intrigued as to why they swapped the original blow dryer attachment for this one. I'm sure it's got benefits, but let's see. Okay, this is probably the level of, it looks very scruffy, but I just did a quick rough blow dry. This is the level of wetness that I would like it to be to do my next step of styling. I have to say, from soaking wet like it was a second ago to this, that took like less than a minute. So whatever magic they've done with this new drying attachment, it really works. So yeah, I can see why they've upgraded it. It's very targeted, so all the air comes out here, and yeah, oh, don't really know what that does. Changes the airflow. Oh, and there's different directions. Huh. Okay, hair is separated. I've got my little top knot and I'm gonna use the barrel attachment. Haven't used this in a while. It's probably the most glam, but I'll take some small sections about this big. We need to make sure that it's pointing the right way. So I always just look in the mirror and change the arrow to be going away from my face. Just gonna do this quite quickly and they will drop quite significantly, but it'll be just like a relaxed, loose wave for the day. Looking huge. I air wrapped and then I did my makeup. I just kind of let it sit. I did do a quick misting with my Living Proof Flex hairspray. So now I'm going to just comb through with a wide tooth comb. This is from 𝘞𝘩𝘢𝘐𝑻. I think I got this on Look Fantastic. I don't need to have glam hair today, so I'm not too bothered if they drop quite a bit. Literally not doing anything today, but pink air wrap needed trying out. Okay, so the curls are quite big, very big for heading out into the garden on a Sunday. I'm gonna put a little bit of hairspray in, but not too much because I do want them to drop a tiny bit. What I love about when I air wrap is that your hair just looks great for so long afterwards. Even when the curls drop out, it's just got this movement to it and this hold that just looks like you've had an expensive blow dry, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. While I'm sitting here and hair's looking good, I've got some luxury bits which I treated myself to. You might be thinking, Josie, shopping again? Well, let me update you on what I've returned, because there's been quite a lot of like in and out of my shopping lately. So from Saint Laurent, from the vlog before last, I have decided to keep the sunglasses, but I did return the bag. From my 𝑚𝒦𝘐𝑡𝑒𝑟𝑒𝑠a, was it 𝑚𝒦𝘐𝑡𝑒𝑟𝑒𝑠a? Yeah, 𝑚𝒦𝘐𝑡𝑒𝑟𝑒𝑠a. The only shoes that I kept, only, as though it's nothing, were the Gucci white Princetown mules and the Prada suede nubuck ones, which a lot of you did say were geriatric, but I don't really mind, I really like them. So the other Prada shoes went back, and what else did I return? Some other bits. So I did do a 24S order. Let me show you what I got. It's out here. Okay, it's a Celine hat trick, so we'll start off with the hat. I just like wearing caps in summer when I'm on holiday to protect my face, and I liked the colour of this one, the beige with the logo. It's got a nice little gold buckle here. I won't try on now because it'll completely flatten my hair, but yeah, when I'm out and about and trying to be cool 𝘐𝘮, which is my new vibe when I'm wearing jeans, I thought a cap would be quite fun. Then I have got two bags here. I will only be keeping one of them, so your opinions would be very gratefully received. They are both Celine basket bags. I love a basket bag. I know I just got the Prada, but these are different. These are a lot more casual. First of all, this one is really fun. It's just pure wicker. It hasn't got, I say it hasn't got a logo on it, but the wicker is actually the Celine logo, which is quite fun. It's very open, so not one to wear around central London, but fine in the Cotswolds. Not that we don't have crime in the Cotswolds, but like bag mugging is not really a thing. Touch wood. So you've got long straps, and I quite like the fact that it's a little bit more simple. It looks a little bit more kind of casual with that logo. Plenty of room in here for all of your bits and bobs. It does come with a little zippy pouch inside, which is really sweet. You can obviously just unthread that, but quite good for keeping your essential bits in here. But that's it, literally not much detail, no detail in fact. Little Celine logo on the back there. Pouch, that's it basically. So this is bag number 1. As I mentioned, there are 2 to choose from. Let me know down below which is your favourite between this one or... This is actually my first time even looking at this one. Oh, it's a little bit more of a teeny weeny. This one does have a logo on the front. That's adorable. That's a really, really cute little size. It's more of a handheld as opposed to over the shoulder. I guess my Prada is a handheld, so is it too... It's not too similar, but is it too same occasion-y? The Prada, I would say, is a lot more smart. Ooh, hang on. What? Wait, I'm so confused. Because surely, would you do that? I don't know. Okay, so this one you can just carry it around. Sorry, I'm super casual. I'm just Sunday attire, Lily silk cashmere trousers. This is a really, really cute little dinky size. Normally, I guess you would wear it just over the crook of your arm like so. It's got a lot of attachments. So you've got, again, the zippy purse. I think that is really handy, the fact that it is on a little attachment, but you remove that if it bothers you. Don't know why it would do. And then you've got this. So again, I think it looks like you can undo it because it's kind of just on knots, but I suppose the idea is that if you want to, you can just fling the bag over your shoulder. Quite like that. I think that's actually a really, really fun idea. It's different, the fact that it's just one strap as opposed to 2, but because the bag is so small, then you can still have easy access. I think I'm leaning towards this one actually. I think the size is pretty good, and I really like the handheldness of it. You do have to slightly manhandle the straps to get them back in there, but cute. So what do we think? Bag number 2 or bag number 1? Please let me know your thoughts down below, which one you prefer. I think I'm slightly leaning towards this. I like the subtlety of this, but yeah, your opinions please. Okay, I have one more exciting unboxing to share with you. By the way, quick mega random side note, this avocado has been not ripe for so long, it's still like rock hard. Is it better to keep them out of the fridge? I just don't know. I want it to soften, so maybe I should keep it at room temperature. Any avocado tips? Please let me know. So I finally succumbed to not the peer pressure, but I guess it was peer pressure because a few influencer pals of mine had been raving about this product. I have been a Canon G7X Mark II lover when it comes to my camera for many, many years, and I don't think that I will move away from it entirely. But everyone's been talking about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 creator combo, and I decided to treat myself. So here it is, Osmo Pocket 3 creator combo. I thought I would share with you what's in the box and we can have a little play around together. So I've already opened it, but I've not like looked through everything yet. This is the little camera. It's much smaller than the G7X, which I can't show you because I'm vlogging on it right now. It's got this little screen which you can flip around. Ooh, there we go. You can flip it around if you want to film landscape or portrait. I've not played with it at all. This is the camera. I have had an Osmo Pocket before, but the screen on my old one was so tiny, and for me it just didn't really work as a vlogging camera. I only really used it when, for example, I was out skiing and I really needed to get like smooth shots or a car journey. And because it was so niche the times that I needed it, I just never really took it with me. So I have actually sold that to put money towards this one. So you obviously get the camera in the kit. It's on a gimbal. When it's turned on, you know, you could focus it on something and then you can move the camera around, and it has amazing stability. DJI is the brand that make the drones, and their camera quality is amazing. It's weirdly pointed up at the moment. I'm sure this is like a little joystick. On the front it's just this joystick and then this button here, which I guess is the record button. But I like the fact that you can just flip the screen around, and it feels quite subtle. Like I wouldn't feel, sometimes when you get your big big Canon G7X out, it's quite prominent, and if I'm like in a shop or somewhere, sometimes I don't want to get like a massive camera out, whereas this feels so much more subtle. So we'll see, we'll have a little play around. It's got a little microphone here, but ooh, it's just kind of reset itself. That's clever. So now the camera is facing inwards. What I love right away is that it charges with the same charger as my iPhone and my laptop, so that is a little bit of a game changer. So let's see what else we've got in the box. I've taken everything out, but I've not really had a look at it. I think this is just a little protective carry case. Yes, by the looks of it. So yeah, that's quite snug. So it just kind of lives in a little carry case like that, which is wonderful. Probably weighs about the same as the Canon G7X. Then we've got this bag, which looks like a little pencil case. Let's see what's in here. Opens up and we have got, is this going to be a spare battery maybe? Yes, that's very handy. So we've got a spare battery, which again charges in the same way. What's this? Ooh, I think this might be a little microphone. It's got a red on-off button here, and a little clip. Now, this is probably going to sound a little controversial, but I personally find it a bit cringy, like actually holding a mic. So I would rather use this, maybe I will just kind of like pin it somewhere when I'm outside and gardening, because it just feels very like cliche vlogger standing here with a microphone. I don't know, and I like to use my hands. So there's me saying that. Next vlog I'll probably be like, hey guys, here I am. We shall see. But there's a little microphone. What's this? So many little goodies. Is that another battery? Oh, I think maybe it's a tripod attachment. Possibly. Okay. Then we've got little legs. Okay, so maybe what we have to do is, gosh, there's so many, it's like a little jigsaw. Screw it into that, clip it into this. Whoa, it's like a tower, it's like a Jenga, and then you can just kind of stand it up. That's quite handy, isn't it? Cute. Looks like a little robot. What else? Ooh, I think they call these a dead cat. I don't know why. But, or is it a dead mouse? Dead cat. A little wrist dangly and dead cat, which I think is essentially a muffler for your microphone. I don't know how you attach it. Does it just clip in there, maybe? Hello. It's obviously not plugged in at the moment, but this little fluff bomb, I think when I'm outside gardening and I want to talk to you, will be really, really handy. Gosh, there's so many things in here. What is this? My gosh, this is going to be hard not to lose. I hope it's not crucial. That is very heavy. Is it literally just a magnet? Oh, is it? So that you can like, I wonder, is this so that would be genius if that is the case. I think it maybe is, so that you can like magnetize. Holy doughballs! That is so clever. It just kind of magnetizes into your item of clothing. Genius. Do not lose the magnet. It's so tiny. Is that a spare magnet? No, I think this is a lens protector. I'm going to keep that in this little case. There we go. So that's the contents of the pencil case. Now, when I turned it on, and to be honest, I don't even know how you meant to turn it on, but I think you just flip the screen. Okay. It's coming up with a QR code, and then you've got a DJI app, and there's some tutorial videos on how to get started. But to be honest, I want to sit down and like really figure this out a bit later. So there's a little unboxing. I'm gonna carry on with, I want to try on some clothes and get out into the garden, and then we'll have a little play around with this later. But I'm really excited. I love a new toy, I love a new gadget, and I've finally been able to satisfy my FOMO and curiosity from seeing lots of other vloggers playing around with this. So there we go. I'll let you know when I'm moving on to filming with this, so you can tell me if there is any difference, improvement or not in the quality. Well, it's been a few hours since I last spoke to you. I was filming a fashion video, which I haven't done in a very long time, but was inspired by some new pieces. So I don't know if you'll have already seen it or if it's coming next, but I decided to make the most of the sunshine. Got a couple of pairs of scissors with me now, and we're going to go and pick some of the tulips from the back border because they're so beautiful and so plentiful, and we need some blooms in the house. I've popped on, still very chilly, so Lily silk cashmere trousers, got a thermal on, and 𝑭𝒂𝒕 little fleece with M&S thermal underneath. Please excuse the noise of my tumble dryer. Maybe that'll make it better. I have said this before, but I'll say it again. The tulips that we have grown in the garden this year, out of this world, truly out of this world. We've got everything from these rather contemporary, tight green ones. I'm going to take off the lower leaves, pop them in the vase. These duo coloured purple ones, I think they are so striking, and I have to say they're so strong. Like, these stems are really solid, strong stems. Beautiful big white ones that are so fluffy and frilly, they almost look like a peony. And then this white one is the most beautiful fluted shape, and it's got this gorgeous green detail. You just can't, well, apart from farm shops, you can't really find tulips with these unusual varieties in your regular shops. Look how tall this one is. Such a beautiful shape. Gosh. That's actually a little bit too tall. And I love the colours we've gone for this year with the white and the purple. I think we'll probably stick with this formula moving forwards. To be honest, I think I'll just order the exact same again next year. I don't know if they'll grow back. Tulip purists plant new bulbs every year. I'm not going to dig these bulbs up because if they're going to grow back, then that'll be great, but I'm not sure that they would, so I will plant more bulbs in September. September until Christmas is good bulb planting time. Well, that just looks so beautiful. I am going to do my little pin pricking trick because that worked really well last time. It was actually only when I went to freshen the water and cut the stems that they flopped. But if you put plenty of fresh water in and maybe just top up the water and leave them to it, I think if you prick them, then they seem to hold their shape and not go floppy for, I'd say, a week last time. Definitely helps that they're freshly cut from the garden, but I'll certainly try this with my next supermarket batch as well. Here's another handful from our trough out the front here. Again, we've got a duo colour with like a raspberry and then a parrot frill at the top there. We've got this one which has got the raspberry just on the tips. Beautiful. These really ruffly ones, again, they're quite peony-esque, and just look at the colour on the leaves. It's light pink, but then you've got that little bit of green in there too, which is gorgeous. This one, which is a little bit lighter, again, super ruffly, and then look at that. I just think they are truly magical. What a gorgeous afternoon, evening. My alliums won't be long until they're flowering. Herbaceous border is growing by the minute. My goodness. Just love evenings like this. 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 won't be long. Wisteria's coming into bloom. The 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 𝑥 is just going absolutely wild. Hello, bunny. None of my courgettes have started to sprout yet. Shouldn't think it'll be long because it's nice and warm in here. Hey, bunny. You okay? You helping mummy? It's looking fabulous in here. Let's just go and check on the plants that I popped in the raised beds yesterday. Maybe I'll give them another little water. But Charlie will be home in about 40 minutes, so I might just start some nice dinner. Yeah, they're looking good. They are looking good. What a beautiful sight. Kitchen garden with the low spring sunshine. Ooh, I need to start eating this. Is it 𝘞𝘩𝘥𝘥𝘪𝘍𝑗? I think so. Might make a nice herby sauce to go with our chicken dinner. Seeing the herb bed in the garden inspired me to do a herby version of Donna Bartoli's green amazing sauce. So what I've done is I've picked a bowl full of herbs. We've got sorrel, we've got can't remember what that is, that's gonna really annoy me, oregano, we've got some basil, and I'm gonna blend that in with some other lovely ingredients. You just saw I've popped a garlic drizzled with olive oil and salt in the 𝑭𝒂𝒕. Yummy. And I'm going to chop up these spring onions. You can basically use whatever's in the fridge. A couple of leeks, some frozen organic 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 peas, a load of spinach, yay. Don't know if I'll stick in garlic, maybe, sorry, ginger, maybe not, and a courgette. So, first of all, I'm going to cut up the onion, the leek and the courgette and the frozen peas, give them a steam, and in the meantime I'm going to cook some rice. This is a company called Nice Rice, sustainably grown rice. They are on a mission to change the rice industry. Conventional rice farming has a huge environmental cost and millions of farmers are stuck in poverty. We pay farmers a better price for farming sustainably, so together we can cut emissions, take care of the planet and help farming communities. Love that. So this is a whole grain basmati. I've got the kettle boiling. I'm gonna run it under the cold tap in a sieve to give it a quick clean, and then I'll boil it for 20 minutes. Yummy, this is gonna be good. Update on dinner. So for the green sauce, I have got my leeks, courgette and peas just kind of lightly frying in some extra virgin olive oil on a really low heat. So it's actually more like they're steaming than anything else. Now I've got some little broccolini and the rest of the courgette, which I'm going to roast in the oven. So olive oil, a little bit of salt, and that's going to go in the 𝑭𝒂𝒕. My garlic that I was roasting has now come out of the oven. I'm going to let that cool a little bit so I can touch it, and that's going to go in the blender with a little bit of chicken broth, some spinach and the veggies that are sauteing, and that's going to be our scrumptious sauce, to which I'm also going to add some of my herbs. So I need to give these a nice clean, and then they're ready to add into the sauce. ingredients are blended, I'm gonna add a spoonful of this into my rice to make it a herby veggie rice, and then the rest of it, or another spoonful, I'm gonna drizzle over the chicken and veg that are in the oven.